Hello everyone. Good afternoon to all. Welcome you all in the production operation management lecture. Whether my voice is audible to everyone and can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So in the last lecture we have seen internal rate of return. That is nothing but one of the evaluation criteria uh, for the investment decision. Okay. So this internal rate of return is totally depends on net present value only. Okay. So the rate of return, or we can say that it's a one kind of a discount rate for which the net present value equal to zero. Okay. So the rate at which discount rate at which net present value equal to zero, that particular rate is nothing but what? Internal rate of return. Okay, that particular rate of return is nothing but internal rate of return. So this particular internal rate of return uses the same formula as of net present value. Okay, so that we have seen the formula NPV is equal to FU naught divided by 1 plus IRR raised to 0 plus FV1 divided by 1 plus IRR raised to 1 plus FV2. So up to FV suffix n divided by 1 plus IRR raised to n. Okay. So where this FV0, FV1, FV2 are nothing but what? Uh, the benefits which that particular company acquire in that particular financial year. Okay. And IRR nothing but internal rate of return. So that internal rate of return when NPV is equal to zero. Okay. Net present value equal to zero. And here 0, 1, 2, 3 are representing the time period. Okay, for the zeroth year initial investment at that time zero we have to consider for the first year whatever the beneficial benefits we are getting through that particular investment. So that will be the first year, second year, third year. So that is nothing but a rest factor or time period factor. Okay. So we have seen the advantages for this particular internal rate of return, as we are using the same formula for internal rate of return for as we have used for net present value. So it will account for the time value of money and also consider the entire cash flow. Okay. Then we have seen the two processes for calculation of internal rate of return. First is nothing but iterative process. In that particular process we have to guess the value of discount rate, and we are trying to match that particular NPV equal to zero by changing the discount rate value. Okay, and once we will get NPV is equal to zero for that particular discount rate, uh, we are considering that that particular discount rate is internal rate of return. Okay, so we have considered this particular problem. So initial investment for the zeroth year, initial investment is near about 1 lakh rupees, and it should have a negative sign because investment is there. So cash outflow will be there from company, and then benefits acquired over the time period, 4 year time period. These benefits are provided for the particular years. Okay, 3,000, 30,000, 30,000, 40,000, 45,000. Okay, and we have to find out the internal rate of return. So uh, in a similar manner as we are using the formula for calculation of NPV, we are using the same formula for the calculation of uh, internal rate of return also. Okay. Now here this general formula mentioned over here, NPV is equal to FV naught divided by 1 plus R naught raised to T naught plus FV1 uh, divided by 1 plus R1 raised to T1 plus FU2 divided by 1 plus R2 raised to T2 up to FUN divided by 1 plus R suffix n raised to T suffix n. But here in this formula, this R not R1, R2 up to R4, these all four values are same one. Okay, same. Okay. and we have to calculate uh, the IRR. Okay, so for the calculation purpose, we have to guess this particular IRR value. Okay, so first we have guessed that it is a 10%. Okay, and we have calculated the NPV value. Okay, so we'll get some positive value. Then we have increased the IR value, and we'll come to know that NPV value are is going to decrease, and we'll get the NPV value equal to 800.811. Okay, so further increment. Okay, so further increment, that is nothing but once we are increasing the IR value to 16%. Okay, so NPV value we are getting minus 1363.63. Okay, so here 15% we are getting 800, and 16% we are getting the minus sign. Okay, so it shows that, so in between 15 and 16%, one value is there, uh, IR value is there, for which we are getting the NPV is equal to 0. Okay, so further if you go for the guessing like 15.50, okay, 15.40, then we will reach approximate accuracy. Okay, we'll reach approximate accuracy for the NPV is equal to 0. Okay, so next we have seen the Excel function, which is related to XIR. Okay, we have seen the Excel function also, which is useful, and by using that particular function, and with suitable data like dates and the cash flow for that particular dates, if you put in Excel and if you use uh, the XIR function, then it will easy to calculate the internal rate of return for that particular data. Okay, then we have seen the disadvantages also. Okay, the calculations are very tedious one. Uh, Manual calculations are very tedious one. And sorry, and it just reflect the efficiency of the capital. Okay, so it will not provide the actual benefit value in the form of a money. Okay, so it just provide the efficiency of the capital. Okay, now next one we are going to see the benefit cost ratio. Okay, so next evaluation criteria for the investment decision is benefit cost ratio. Benefit cost ratio, it is once again called as a BCR in a short form. Okay, so by looking to this particular name only, so it's a ratio of benefit and cost. Okay, so it's a ratio of benefit and cost. So whatever the benefits one can get uh, uh, by uh, by considering one project. Okay, and how much investment one have to do or one have to perform in that particular project. So that ratio of benefits and cost, okay, benefits and investment, is nothing but benefit cost ratio. Okay, is nothing but benefit cost ratio. Okay, so this is the ratio of project benefit versus project cost. Okay, this is the ratio of project benefit versus project cost. It involves summing the total discounted benefits for a project over its entire duration, oblique lifespan, and dividing it over the total discounted cost of the project. Okay, so the simple formula that we have to consider the benefits in a discounted manner. Okay, as we are considering in case of a NPV, net present value, that we have to discount the we have to discount the cost which or the benefits which we are going to earn through that particular project, and that will consider the we can say that the time value of money. Okay, that will consider the time value of money. In the same manner, here also we are considering this benefit with a discount rate. Okay, so benefits are discounted. Okay, and also the investment whatever one have to perform, that also going to discount. Okay, but your investment is only initial investment, then in that case we have to consider that particular initial price only. Okay, initial price only. So the simple formula for this benefit cost ratio is equal to some in bracket one can say, in bracket summation of I is equal to 0 to n b suffix I whole divided by 1 plus d raised to I bracket complete whole divided by I. Okay, so where this bi is nothing but project benefit in year I. Okay, so we have to take the summation of project benefits. Okay, so we have to take the summation of this particular factor bi divided by 1 plus d raised to I. Okay, so this particular factor is nothing but what, it will provide the present value of that particular benefit. Okay, it will provide the present value of that particular benefit. So all such present values of benefits we have to sum up. Okay, we have to sum up and we have to divide by I. Okay, so where this I is nothing but what, initial investment. Okay, I is nothing but initial investment, and d is nothing but what, discount rate. Okay, d is nothing but discount rate. Okay, so for all the years we have to sum up the present values of a benefits and we have to divide by the investment. We have to divide by investment. Okay, getting? So how one how to calculate this particular benefit cost ratio? So here I have mentioned the steps in the methodology for the calculation. First of all, we have to determine the discounted benefits for each year of the project. Okay, discounted benefit for the each year of the project. Then determine the discounted cost for each year of the project. Okay, so if you are investing for multiple years, okay, if you are saying that 1 lakh you have invested this year, then 1 lakh you have invested in the next year, then 1 lakh you have invested for the third year. Okay, so in that case also we have to provide the discounted rate or a discount. We have to consider the discounted cost for that particular investment. Okay, then sum the total discounted benefits. Okay, we have to make the summation for the total discounted benefits for the entire project duration. Okay, for the entire project duration, and next sum the total discount for the entire project duration. Okay, and divide the total discounted benefit over the total discounted cost. Okay, so if your investment is for will be for a multiple number of years, then that particular cost should be considered as a discounted cost. Okay, so similar manner as we are discounting the benefits. Okay, in a similar fashion we have to discount the investment also. But if your investment is initial one, okay, if you are investing for one time only, and or any project required the investment, if any project required investment for at the initial stage only, so in that case we have to consider the initial investment only. Okay, not a discounted investment. Okay, so this particular benefit cost ratio is an indicator used in a cost benefit analysis that attempts to summarize the overall value for money of a project or a proposal. Okay, a BCR is the ratio of benefit of project or proposal expressed in a monetary term relative to its cost, also expressed in a monetary term. Okay, all benefits and costs should be expressed in a discounted present values. Okay, all benefits and costs should be expressed in a discounted present value. Okay, so BCR is one kind of a profitability index. Okay, so if you are calculating this BCR value, okay, then you will get one figure. Okay, which will show that a particular business will be in a profit or will be in a loss. Okay, or one how to invest in that particular project. That that figure will show that whether one how to invest in that particular project or not. Okay, so that will be one kind of a suggestion for the investor. Okay, that will be one kind of a suggestion for the investment. So the higher the BCR, the better the investment. Okay, this figure or BCR value, whatever the value we are getting, more this particular BCR value, then one have to get, or one have the chances of getting more benefit from that particular investment. Okay, so the general rule of thumb is that if the benefit is higher than the cost, the project is good investment. Okay, and the practice of cost benefit analysis is in some countries refers to the BCR as the cost benefit ratio, but this is still calculated as a ratio of benefits to cost. Okay, in some countries it is called as cost benefit ratio, but in an actual calculation it is a ratio of benefits to cost. Okay, benefits to cost. So important decision rule related to this BCR value. Okay, if BCR is less than 1, okay, so the cost exceed the benefits. Okay, so that is nothing but what, denominator is greater than numerator. Okay, so cost exceed the benefits. So the project should not be proceed. Okay, so it suggests that this BCR value suggests that the project should not be proceed. If BCR is equal to 1.0, so there will be little chances for the profit, or there are little chances for loss. So we can say that it will be indifference for the benefits, or we can say that it will be indifference for the investment. Okay, and BCR is greater than 1, okay, then the benefit exceed the cost and the project should be allowed to proceed. Okay, if BCR value is greater than 1, then one have to undertake that particular project. One have to undertake that particular project. Okay, so this is the decision rule related to the BCR. Okay, this is the decision rule related to the BCR. Okay, so what are the advantages of this benefit cost ratio? Okay, BCR. So it takes into account the time value of money, as we are providing the discounting rate for the benefits. Okay, as we are providing the discounting rate, as we are providing in case of a NPV, we are providing same discount rate we are providing in this case of BCR. So this BCR account the time value of money. BCR account the time value of money. Then it is able to discriminate between the small and large projects, as it measures the NPV in a rupee of investment. Okay, so it will provide the information that whether the project is large or small. Okay, so because we are using the NPV terminology, net present terminology, in this particular project, in this particular criteria. Okay, so these are the advantages of BCR. Okay, so we'll take one example so you'll understand how to how to calculate the benefit cost ratio, how to calculate the benefit cost ratio. Okay, so please note down the formula and some points from this slide, and then we will proceed to next slide. Okay, getting everyone? Is there any question, any doubt you can ask? Okay, shall we move ahead?
सबमिट केलेलं आहे खाली आता ते तुझं तयार झालं नाही मला माहिती ऑफिस मध्ये माहित त्यासाठी तुला म्हणते की तू आता जे काय असेल ते आम्हाला पेड कर.
Okay, have you finished? Please mention in the chat box. If you have any doubt, you can ask.
उद्या जे काय असेल त्यामध्ये युनिव्हर्सिटी हा मी जाऊन येते.
Whether my voice is audible to everyone? Okay. So have you finished, Rohit? The points on this slide? Okay. So we'll take some of the write down this decision rules related to the BCR. Okay, important decision rule related to the BCR. Okay, so BCR less than 1, the cost exceed the benefits, the project should not proceed. The project should not proceed. And if BCR is equal to 1, the cost equals the benefits, which means the project should be allowed to proceed, but with the little viability. With the little viability. Okay. And when BCR is greater than 1, okay, so benefits exceed the cost. The benefits exceed the cost and the project should be allowed to proceed. Okay, the benefits exceed the cost and the project should be allowed to proceed if BCR is greater than 1. Or so advantages, note down the advantages. It takes into account the time value of money and it is able to discriminate, that is nothing but separate the large project and the small project also. Okay. Or so take down one problem related to this BCR. Initial investment is provided and also capital is provided. Okay. So initial investment is 1 lakh, that will be considered as a cost of capital is 12%. So capital here its meaning is the discount rate we have to consider the 12%. Okay, discount rate we have to consider the 12%. Okay, then in the tabular format, the years and benefits acquired over uh, the the life of that particular project is provided. Okay, so first year the benefits received by the company is equal to 25,000. Then for the second year, benefits received by the company equal to 40,000. Then for the third year also 40,000, and for the fourth year 50,000. Okay, here we have to calculate the BCR, and we have to decide that the project should be accepted or project should be rejected. Project should be accept or project should be reject. Okay, on the basis of a BCR. So the basic formula to calculate the BCR is equal to summation of B suffix I divided by 1 plus D bracket raised to I. Okay, whole divided by capital I, whole divided by capital I. Okay, so B suffix I is nothing but what? The benefits for that particular year. Okay, so I represent the time period. Okay, I represent the time period. So D is nothing but discount, and once again I is nothing but time period. Okay, so BCR is equal to, one can write this particular uh, problem in this format also. Okay, so BCR is equal to 25,000 divided by 1.12. Okay, because the discount rate is 12%. Okay, 1 plus 0.12, 1 plus 0.12, it will becomes 1.12. Okay, now we are calculating this present value for the first year only. Okay, for the first year only, so it should be raised to 1. Okay, it should be raised to 1. So I value is 1. Okay, so it will becomes 25,000 divided by 1.12 plus for the second year the benefits received, that is nothing but 40,000 divided by 1 plus D, that is nothing but 1.12 bracket raised to 2, because we are calculating for the second year. Okay, so 40,000 divided by 1.12 raised to 4 raised to 2 plus for the third year also 40,000 divided by 1 plus 1.12 raised to 3. Okay, plus for the fourth year 50,000 divided by 1.12 raised to 4, whole divided by investment. So whole divided by 1 lakh, whole divided by 1 lakh. Now you have to calculate this particular present values, and then we have to divide by 1 lakh rupees. Okay, whatever the value we are getting, that value we have to divide by cost. Okay, or the investment, that is 1 lakh. Okay, then we will get the BCR. Okay, so calculate this, whether you are getting the same values as mentioned here or not. Please mention in the chat box, and everybody do calculation. Please mention your final value of BCR in the chat box. Do calculation. What is the BCR value? Tell me the BCR value. Please mention in the chat box what value you are getting. 1.1445. So Pradhiman is getting 1.1445. Okay. Others? Okay. Rohan is also getting the same value. Okay. So BCR is equal to, we are getting the net present value as 1,14,456.27. And if you divide by 1,000 to this particular net present value, then we will get the benefit BCR, or a benefit cost ratio, equal to 1.144. So on the basis of a decision rule, whether we have to accept that project or we have to reject that particular project, on the basis of a decision rule related to BCR, whether we have to accept the project or whether we have to reject the project. Accept. Why? Why we have to accept this particular project? Value of BCR is greater than 1. Okay, that is the significance of this particular value. The project BCR value is greater than 1 and it is equal to 1.144. So that we need to, or we have to accept that particular project, and this project will be provide the profit for the investment, will provide the profit for the investment. Getting everyone how to calculate the BCR value? Please mention in the chat box. If you have any question, any doubt, then also you can ask that question. Okay, so the next criteria is nothing but capital rationing. Okay, capital rationing. Please note down the criteria. Capital rationing. Okay, now in the capital rationing, okay, so all the projects, or when we cannot say that the company have to undertake all the projects, okay, whatever received that particular company. If BCR value is higher, net present value is higher, but there are some restriction of the capital investment, okay, there are some restriction for the capital investment, and there are some problems related to the budgeting, okay, to hire that particular project or to undertake that particular project for the investment purpose. Okay, so some of the project having higher cost and which will not utilize, or it will require the more capital investment. Okay, to restrict that particular investment according to the budget of a company. So this capital rationing is a most important criteria. Okay, capital rationing is most important criteria. So capital rationing is the act of placing a restriction on the amount of new investment or a project undertaken by the company. This is accomplished by imposing a higher cost of capital for investment consideration, or by setting a ceiling on a specific portion of the budget. Okay, so this particular capital rationing will provide the one kind of a limit for the investment, okay, or the new investment, okay, according to the budget of a company, Getting now this particular capital rationing is necessary an approach of management in allocating the funds available across various opportunities of investment, thereby enhancing the bottom line of a company. The company will go on the accept the blend of the projects that have the net present value on the higher side. Okay. The primary intention of a capital rationing is to make sure that a company is not going to invest heavily in assets with insufficient rationing. A company may go on the witness the returns provided by their investments going to the lower side and may even reach a scenario where the company enters the stage of financial insolvency. Okay. So what it suggests, this particular capital rationing? First of all, it suggests that you should have some limits for the investment. Okay. So there are so many opportunities in front of a company, and company can invest in any of the project. But problem is that you have considered something, and if you are investing in that particular project, and after some years the return from that particular projects will lower. Okay, may it lower or may it increase, but the financial stage will reach in the company that the company doesn't have the sufficient funds to return back from that particular scenario. So this scenario can be happen with any company. Okay. And to avoid this scenario, this capital rationing plays an important role. This particular capital rationing plays an important role. Okay, getting everyone? So now, so what it indicates? The profitability index (PI) of the project is given by, or it is also called as a profitability index. Okay, so it will provide PI is equal to summation of T is equal to 1 to N BT minus CT divided by 1 plus I raised to I, 1 plus I raised to T divided by I, where this BT is cash inflow for the different years. Okay. CT is nothing but cash outflow for the different year. That is nothing but what we are calculating. We are summing up the net cash flow. Okay. The project is accepted and rejected on the decision rule. Project is accepted if the profitability index PI is greater than unity, same as BCR. Okay. So project is accepted if the profitability index PI is greater than unity and the funds are limited. Okay. The project is rejected if the profitability index is less than 1. Okay, or unity. So criteria is used for mutually exclusive project with limited resources, capital rationing. Okay, so if anyone having or the industry is having the limited resources and company doesn't want to invest for the new project whose investment is very high, for such a project this particular capital rationing criteria is useful. Okay, there may be number of project proposal which have NPV greater than 0 and IR greater than the cost of capital and PI greater than 1. Okay, but because of a budget constraint, all of these projects cannot be undertaken by the company. Okay, the project of the firm is to maximize profit with a limited finance and number of project proposals. One can maximize the profit by maximizing the NPV of the combination or package of project proposal investment. So procedure for selection will be identify the different packages which can be considered under fund constraint. Select the package of a project which have the maximum of NPV. Okay. So getting everyone how this profitability index work. So the profitability index main purpose is that to provide the constraint for the investment. Okay, according to the budget of the company, okay, for availing the company that if this particular investment will be get in a depth, then it will be completely isolation or there will be completely loss for the company and it will not recover that particular loss if the investment will go in a depth. Okay, so to avoid this, some of the projects or the high cost project should be capital rationing, should use this particular capital rationing criteria. Okay, and according to this criteria, the profitability index one can calculate. PI is equal to summation of T is equal to 1 to N BT minus CT divided by 1 plus I raised to T whole divided by I. Okay. So same formula as that of one can say that BCR. Okay. One. So BT minus CT is nothing but what? Net cash flow. Okay. For the years 1 to up to N. So summation of that particular net cash flow with discounted rate. Okay. With discounted rate. That is nothing but 1 plus I raised to T divided by 1 plus I raised to T. It provides the discounted rate for that particular cash flow. Okay. And if this profitability index is greater than 1, then once again, we have to select that particular project with limited fund resources. And if the profitability index is less than 1, then one should not undertake that particular project. Okay. Getting everyone? So please note down these some points. Capital rationing. Capital rationing. Is there any question, any doubt? Okay, shall we move ahead to the next slide? Have you noted what is meant by capital rationing? Okay, shall we move ahead? Please note down the points from this slide. Okay. Or shall we move ahead? So next, in this particular point only, we can cover the another criteria that is nothing but profitability index. Okay, so just note down the formula for whether the screen is visible to everyone. The profitability index. Okay, so write down the formula and write down one note that if the profitability index is greater than unity with the limited funds, then project is accepted, and if the profitability index, that is pi, is less than unity, then project is rejected. Okay, this particular criteria is used for mutually exclusive projects with limited resources. That is nothing but capital rationing. Okay, that is nothing but capital rationing. Okay, so this particular point, that is nothing but evaluation criteria for the investment decision, is over here only. Okay, so please note down the points related to the profitability index, which is using the same formula as that of the BCR, but here the resources are limited one. Okay, by providing the cap on the resources, this pi is calculated. Okay, so attendance please. Roll number 1.
Yes, sir.
2. Roll number 1, please mute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Mark your attendance. Please mute yourself. 2. 2 absent. 3.
Yes, sir.
3. 4.
Present, sir.
5. 5 absent. 6.
Yes, sir.
7.
Yes, sir.
8. 9.
Yes, sir.
10.
Yes, sir.
11.
Yes, sir.
12.
Yes, sir.
13. 14. 15. 16. 17.
Yes, sir.
18. 19.
Yes, sir.
20. 21. 22. 23. 24.
22 sir. Hello. 22.
Okay, 22. 23. 24. Sorry, I get call in between, so that I was disconnected. Okay, so roll number 22 present. 23, 24, 25, 26,
Yes, sir.
26 present. Okay, 27,
Yes, sir.
28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35,
Present.
35 present. Okay, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 40, 40 present. Okay, 41,
Yes, sir. Present.
41 present. 42,
Present, sir.
42 present. Okay, 43, 44.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 45, 46, 47, 47 absent. Dayanand Power, please mute yourself. I've marked your attendance. 47 absent. 48, 49.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 49 present. 50, 51, 52,
Yes, sir.
53, 54.
Yes, sir. 54.
Okay, 55, 56, 57, 50,
57.
57 present. Okay, 58, 59,
Yes, sir.
60,
Yes, sir.
60 present.
Yes, sir. Present.
Okay, 61, 62, 63.
Present, sir. 63.
Okay, 64, 64 absent. 65,
Yes, sir.
65. Okay, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70.
70, sir.
Okay. 71.
Present.
71 present. 72. 73.
Present, sir.
74.
Present, sir.
75. 76. 77.
Present, sir.
Okay. 77 present. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82. Okay. Here in the chat box, someone has mentioned. Okay, 71 marked present. 26.
Sir, roll number 8 लागली का?
Roll number 8 not marked. Okay. 8 roll number. Okay. Shubham. 71 marked. 26. I think 26 marked. Then 32 Ganesh Kumbar marked. 35 Shahid marked. Pratap 47. Okay. 36 marked. 30 roll number 30 marked. 63 already marked. 69 marked. 18 marked. 74 already marked. 36 already marked. Okay. Anybody else? 18. Yes,
18,
I have
sir.
marked your attendance. Anybody else?
Sir, roll number 5.
Roll number 5. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll stop here now.